Hello there and welcome again. In this video, we are going to look at how we can utilize OpenCV to draw a basic shapes over an image. We are going to look at how we can draw a rectangle, a circle, a line, and a polygon on top of an image. And we'll be utilizing OpenCV and the basics of NumPy throughout this tutorial. So before further ado, let's start our coding. Alright, so let me import the OpenCV library here. First of all, let's try to draw a line on top of an image. Let me create a function def draw line, and input to this function should be the path which we are going to pass in future, of course. So here is my path. Now to draw line on top of this image, we are going to read the image using this path. Then we are going to need a start point, end point, color, and the thickness of the line. So here let's try to read the image. Here is my cv.imageRead function, which will allow me to read the image from that specified path there. Perfect. Okay, so once we have read the image, we will define 2 points, the starting point and end point for our line. And then we will define the color and thickness of our line. So let me do it quickly. So here is my starting point. Here is my end point with 500 cross 500. Color is 02550 and thickness, let's give it 10. So let's utilize cv.line function to draw the line on top of the image. Here is my image is equal to cv.line. And here is my image. Let me just spell it right, image. And this is the starting point. This is the end point, the color which we have specified earlier, and this is the thickness. Perfect. Now let me just return the image, return image. That's it. Now to make our code more modular, let's create a separate function which will display the image, and we will try to call this drawLine function from the display image function itself. So here is my display image function, and let me give the path of the image here. So path is here, images, and then football.jpg. Perfect. Let's call the drawLine function and save the result in image, and let me show the image using image show function from OpenCV, and let's add a wait key as well. Amazing. Now let me just call this function display image and let's just run it. Perfect. So here is our line. You can see it starts from 0 0 and it go all the way here. I think we have given 500 cross 500, so that's our line. Just in case if I want to increase the length of my line, I will just increase the xy coordinates. Let's just run it again. Perfect. So you see the length of our line has increased. It's as simple as that. You just have to give a different xy coordinate and the length will increase or decrease accordingly. Let's quickly move to the next part and create a function which will draw rectangle. So here is my function draw rectangle. Input to this will be the path of our image. And let's add here the starting point for our rectangle, and we will be adding end point as well. So our starting point here is 100 cross 100, and let's add the end point at, let me say, 700 cross 800. Perfect. So what is the color? Let me give a color 0255. Let's add a green box, and thickness would be 10, our favorite number. Now let us utilize cv.rectangle function to draw the rectangle over the image. So here is my image, this is the starting point, and here is the end point. The color specified is here. Here is our thickness, and that's it. Now let me return the image. Perfect. Let's call the function draw rectangle. Here is the path. Let me just run the function. Here is my output. You see our beautiful window or rectangle as we say it. Now, just in case if you want a filled rectangle, we will just pass -1 in our thickness. Let me just run it. And here you see the beautiful rectangle has been colored with green color. That's perfect. Now let's quickly move to the next part where we will try to draw circle. So here is my function def draw circle. Let me specify the path in argument here. So here is my path. Now let me try to read the image. Perfect. So here is my center. Let me give center 500 cross 500, and let's give radius. How much should we give radius? Let's give it 200 pixels, and let me give the color 0 0 and 200. Perfect. It should be in reddish shade. And here let me try to utilize thickness as well. What should be the thickness? Let's take our favorite color 10 and cv.circle. We are trying to draw circle on this image. This is the center, and here is our radius, which is 200 pixel, the color is specified, and the thickness. Perfect. Let me just return the image. Amazing. Let me just call the same image here. Let me just comment it. So image is equal to draw circle. The path is specified. Perfect. Let's just run it. Here is our beautiful circle in reddish color, and as usual, just in any case you want this circle to be filled, you will supply -1. And here we have a perfect colored circle with red color. Perfect. Now let us quickly move to the next part. Till now we have drawn only basic images like circle, rectangle or line. Now let's try to draw a polygon on top of an image. So let's define the function draw polygon, and here is the path which we will be taking as an input. Let's try to read the image. We are using our old and favorite cv.imageRead function, and we will be using path in there. Perfect. Now let me create the list of coordinates which we are going to utilize to create the polygon. So here is my points. Let me reshape it again. -1, 1 and 2. Perfect. So is my polygon closed? Let's make it true. Basically we will use this flag to say whether we want a closed polygon and an open polygon. Let's give the color 0, 2, 5, 5 and 20. Just a random color. Let's see what this color generates. And now we specify the thickness. That's a dumb spelling mistake, it should be thick. So let's take it 10, our favorite number. Perfect. Now let's utilize our cv.polyline function to draw a polygon on top of our image. So here is my cv.polyline. Let's give color and thickness as well. Just a small spelling mistake in images. Perfect. Now let me return this image. Return img. Amazing. Alright, so now is the time to call this function. Let me comment the earlier ones, not there. Let's comment it like that. Perfect. Now let me try to call this draw polyline on top of our image. So image is equal to draw polyline. There you go. Let's apply the path in there. Perfect. Now let me just run it. Okay, so this is a really irregular shape here. So I don't know. I just put some random points in there and this is the shape which we have got. Just in case in future, if you want to draw a perfect polygon around a detected object, you can use this method. For example, if you want to draw a polygon around this detected player here. All right. So with this, we come to end of this video. Just to summarize, we looked at how we can draw different basic shapes over an image. We looked at how we can draw a rectangle, how we can draw a line, and we looked at how we can draw a polyline on top of an image. I hope you have learned something in this video. Now see you in next video.